What's going on, everybody? Sorry for the late start. Just got a weather update from my sister 40 minutes away from me. There's a tornado warning. So that's always great when it's headed towards my direction. It's been really weird May for me so far and end of April with the
It's
weather
gonna
changing.
be May. Sorry.
There was a tornado warning that went earlier today down in Missouri.
It's wild.
I mean, if you live in Tornado Alley, this is nothing new for you. You probably get tons of alerts. But I'm up in Wisconsin. We shouldn't be getting tornadoes up here. I should be. I want snow. I want tornadoes. Give me a tornado with snow.
Snow-ado.
Yes,
that
I
a thing?
want. Yes, yeah, that's what I want. If I'm getting a tornado, can we compromise during the middle of winter so it just picks up the snow? Can you imagine? It's like a sci-fi movie with ice and stuff, chunks flying and
That
hitting people,
sounds deadlier.
right? Well, yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna die in a storm, I want it to be like an epic storm. Everybody remembers that. Like, yeah. That's like hurricanes come and go. They're like there's nothing new anymore. Like, how did he die? Volcanic eruption. It's spontaneous under his house. It's like he didn't know the volcano.
You've been watching Dante's Peak too much.
And volcanoes here.
That's the one where the volcano pops up in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Dante's Peak is like another part. Yeah.
That's the one up in like the Pacific Northwest. That one has Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
The woman who like melts going through the water, the
grandma,
the grandma.
No, the grandma. She pushes the boat. She gets out.
And she like it's all like melted and everything. But
Yeah,
then Volcano has that guy who melts in the subway, like he's standing in lava, and it's not how it works. But it's still fun to watch
because they're going through the tunnels there, and the lava comes and just like a tidal wave knocks them out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
both those movies are wild.
Yes,
and are why I'm terrified of volcanoes. Volcanoes and tornadoes.
Well,
are two things I
don't live near
very afraid of.
I don't live near Yosemite. Yosemite is a volcano.
Yeah.
And people are like, let's go with the geyser. No, thank you.
No.
People, I mean, I wasn't alive for Mount St. Helens, but when I saw the video, probably footage of that.
Mount St. Helens still freaks me out. I've seen, I've
So, I mean,
it's the one that's in Dante's Peak, I think, is Mount St. Helens.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, I think so.
Or they based it off of something.
Yeah,
like that.
One of the two.
But we're not here to talk about volcanoes and tornadoes.
No.
Although I do love disaster movies. They're great.
I don't. They keep Twister gave me nightmares. I'm not gonna go see Twisters. I tell you what, I don't care. My sister and I saw a preview. We went to the movies last week. She's like, Zach, I want to go see Twisters. I was like, you're insane. And it's because it has that pretty boy guy. What's his name?
Oh,
Glenn Powell. He's in it.
Yeah. No, but Twisters is coming out. But do you ever see Into the Storm? That was where they're in a school. They're all trapped in high school, and then
I don't think I saw that one now.
And that's when like this super tornado comes out, and they actually had like water spout tornadoes too and everything. Mm-mm. Yeah, Twister was like, it's Bill Paxton, it's fun, and like
sure,
like, we got cows, and then Into the Storm is just like, oh shit, the whole school is gonna get flattened. Mm-hmm. They all go inside the storm drain that's underground, and they try to block it up so you get both vehicles so they don't get sucked out of there. But I was just like, yeah, that's more disturbing. Like your tornado happens at nighttime, you can't see it. But anyway, let's talk about comic books this week. I actually have some interesting comic books. Some will actually be a first purchase for me because I haven't really been following the series, but because it's a tie-in to a series, I'm picking it up. And no, it's not the Mark Russell tie-in.
What's Mark Russell writing?
Mark Russell is writing the Hawkeye tie-in.
Oh, the Blood Hunters.
The Blood Hunt. Blood Hunt, man. Blood Hunt has a tie-in with a Dagger. Is it? Oh my God, it's Dagger, and it's written by Danny Lore. And then you have Then there's also the same. They get 3 writers on that book, and they all suck. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. I see in League Comic Geeks where we actually get our pull list here and stuff. That people are like, oh my gosh, Mark Russell's on it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm just like, if I see Mark Russell, I'm going the other way.
I'll buy a Tom Taylor book before I buy a Mark Russell.
Dude, I'd buy Tom
Taylor books.
I would buy Tom Taylor before I buy Tom King or Mark Russell.
That's true. Good point.
or even Chip Zdarsky, for that matter.
No, I think I would buy Chip Zdarsky before Tom Taylor.
I can't. Chip Zdarsky's a nothing burger.
Yeah, but a nothing burger is still better than
he's not offensive. He's like worse than Jed McKay.
I think not being offensive is better than Tom Taylor offensive.
Like Jed McKay's not offensive either, but Jed McKay, he's not going to write anything like that's going to piss you off or retcon characters. He does his homework.
True. Tom Taylor does that though. So I'm saying I'll take somebody who doesn't do that over someone who does.
Your event looks like Mark Russell and Danny Lawler. Your event is too bloated. Honestly, I think of the Blade, the big the big fat vampire guy. That's Dan Slott's first appearance.
Yikes. Let's say hi to our chat, by the way. Hello, Jay Lucian, Maranya,
Hello,
Mr. Breen.
Hello.
That's it.
Yeah, all right. All right.
That's it. If you are watching, but you are not in the chat, if you are lurking, hello to you as well. Feel free to chip in your thoughts on the comic books. Yeah, I actually have just 5. There was a 6th book on my pull list.
Oh,
hi, and then Quinn. And then I found out the 6th book is really just a reprinting of a free comic book day issue that I got. So I was like, I'm not going to pay money for that. I already own it. And it was free. So
I got heard the weather alert going off behind me in the other room. I'm like, let's hurry this up, Zach, so I can get to this tornado, okay?
Okay. Hey, listen, I was waiting on you.
All right, I'm going to go first.
Go for it.
Get this going. Number 5 for me this week is Geiger. Because the more I read this book, the more or less impressed I am with it. Especially after Junkyard Joe came in and said, you know what? We're better. It's just Geiger. I liked it when it first came out. It's been losing steam for me. But I still want to give it respect because it's Jeff Johns. I know Johns can actually make books. Actually, it's like Hickman. He has a plan. So I know eventually it's going to get back to being good again. Plus, where am I going to go for Gary Frank art? Gary Frank's art's been awesome. I love it.
Did he not do the art for Junkyard Joe? I thought he did.
He did.
Yeah.
But I'm saying anywhere else though. I think it goes.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
I can't. Right. Like I said, it's really hard to find good artists on books these days.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, Geiger. There's Ivan Rice, and like he's over here. It's Ghost Machine. And I'm not saying Jeff Johns is a bad writer any means. It's just that compared to the other books that are coming out, it's the weakest. And if I get
how dare you besmirch my comic Lord and Savior Jeff Johns?
This is what I want. I want the scenes of the dog chasing out people and just tearing them apart. And he's like, good dog, jokes like that. And I want a Frank Castle with the two-headed dog, the glowing Frank Castle, But I mean, when they revealed his identity, I would rather have the glowing man be like Joker, never reveal his origin. I don't need his origin. I like him who he is, and to me that's kind of what it kind of ruined it for me. They revealed who he is. He's a pacifist and all that stuff, blah blah blah. I was just like, I don't want that. To me, it's not entertaining to me, but other people do like it. But it says the unnamed saga continues. Tariq, I don't know. Geiger is two-headed wolf named Barney. Wait, it's just one name? It's two heads.
Yeah.
Barney and Barney. Their surprising newfound companion began the quest along the radioactive roads in the former United States to find a cure for the glowing man's nuclear power condition. But in order to obtain the information they need, Geiger's crew must first help a local sheriff catch and kill a masked raider that's pillaging the town. But Geiger ultimately chills him to the glowing green bones. Honestly, bring in Walter Goggins. We'll fix this. Bringing his character from Fallout. I want some Pip Boys. All right. You there, Zach? Still there, Zach?
I'm here. Yes. That sound you hear is me not laughing at that. It's like, oh, radioactivity, Fallout. Like that's everybody's instant connection. It's just Fallout.
Yeah.
I like Walter Goggins.
Yeah.
But we can move on from Fallout, guys.
It's one of my 2 books this week that has features a character named Hazmat.
I know what one of your is.
Yes.
It's a special tool we'll see later. That's funny.
All right.
All right.
Are we moving on, or are we saying here?
We're moving on. This is much higher up my list. Jeff Johns, you kidding me? I'm surprised it's not my number 1. No, I'm just kidding. My number 5 is one that is in danger of being pruned from my comic pull list. This is its last chance.
Oh no.
We are on Shazam number 11.
Really? Still going with that? I jumped off.
I am still going. This is the last week. This is the last issue. Josie Campbell has one issue to win me over.
How far down is it? Did I pass it?
You might have passed it. Just kept scrolling. There it is, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Right above Geiger. There you go. Wow. It's more people are getting that than Deadpool.
They're getting Poison Ivy still.
That's also shocking. Yeah. So this was great when you had Mark Waid and Dan Moore on it. Then DC, in their infinite wisdom, decided to move them over to other things. Which, if it's a Justice League relaunch, then yeah, I'd say that's kind of smart. But unfortunately, the writing since it's only been 1 or 2 issues, I think, since Waid and Moore left. Josie Campbell. Oh, I'll admit the last issue did have a lot focused on the Shazam family, which is a great part of the story. Yep. But the last issue was just very convoluted, very difficult to follow, not streamlined, not easy to read. I kind of had to read through multiple pages twice just to get the gist of what was going on. The art is good. Not her best, but Emanuela Lupacino's art is still really good. I think her art on the Teen Titans, the World's Finest Teen Titans series, was better. But this is still, it's still good. It's not Dan Moore good, but it is good. But yeah, at this point, comics are pricey, and there's more good indie stuff coming out all the time, and so I'm just trying to be aware of my comic budget. So if it's not a banger, I'm gonna drop it. And so she's got one issue to prove to me that Shazam can still be really good, and if it's not, then there will be no Shazam number 12 on my pull list from here on out. Some of the covers, it's kind of cartoony. It's not bad. I stick with the cover A's usually. The cover A is still Dan Moore, so there is still that. But yeah, Shazam number 11 is my number 5 book this week. Dan Moore good isn't even good. Get out, cat. Dan Moore good is better than 60% of modern comic artists.
Wow. I can't believe that. I can't believe we met a cat that doesn't have taste.
Most cats don't.
They do. But anyway,
we do have Talkie Tawny though. I will give it points where they are due. We do have Talkie Tawny, so I do appreciate that. And the dinosaur. That dinosaur, like, I get the feeling he was supposed to be just like a 1 or 2 off character, and then they're just like, let's keep him around. People like this fancy guy.
All right. Gonna go to my number 4 for this week. And it's a new book coming out.
A new book? A new number 1?
I just want to point out something to Nick Quinn. This is just a reprint of the free comic book, right?
That is the reprint, yes.
Yeah, you're paying for it.
Different cover. I think several different covers.
Yeah, so
but it is the same. The Energon Universe Special is the same as the free comic book day. So
Ain't No Grave is my number 4 for this week.
Interesting.
So it's like a Western, kind of reminds you of Gungrave, the anime back in the day. Basically, yeah. Scotty Young's writing it. He's not drawing it, so it means it won't be little guys.
But I like the little guys.
it won't be Franklin.
The little guys are so great.
It says Unforgiven style, which is kind of cool. Micro Bay Western fantasy tale for mature readers, told through a Guillermo del Toro-esque lens. Dude, writer put her violent past behind her, so it's already a female character, which is kind of cool too. And it's not being a Marvel female character or a DC female character. It's actually being an independent character, so he actually might be a good female character. But she says she put her violent past behind her when she fell in love and became a mother. But that was before she learned it was all going to be taken away. Oof. Like, wow. Now she'll pick up her guns once again and ride to kill the one who's behind the threats, which happens to be Death. So it's a female Western, female cowboy or cowgirl, whatever, no, in a Western going against Death. What? Yeah, kind of reminds you, for those who watched Castlevania season 4, where the main character ends up going against Death at the end. That was awesome.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But honestly,
I keep thinking of Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots, Master. I need some more boots.
No, the good Puss in Boots, not your Puss in Boots. The good one.
Wow, the good Puss in Boots is the canon classic film with Christopher Walken. Sorry. The one you're watching is Basic Garfield.
Not at all, sir.
All right. Let's go to your number 4, I'm sure.
My number 4 is one that I know is on your list, but I'm going to get to it first. I haven't picked this book up in a few issues. We're on Avengers number 14.
Nice.
We are on, this is a tie-in. It's written by Jed MacKay. It's tying into Jed MacKay's event, Blood Hunt. Now you may say, Zach, this doesn't look like the Avengers team that he's had. Where's Captain Marvel? Where's Captain Falcon? Where's Black Panther? Well, they're in the main story. We get a new team now here, led by the Captain America, in my opinion, Steve Rogers. We also have, I kind of like this lineup because a little bit of, it's a mix of everything. You get some classics like Hercules. You get Quicksilver, which is cool. I haven't seen Quicksilver in something in a hot minute. Mm-hmm. You have some young Avengers, Hazmat from Avengers Academy, which is a great series. You should all read it. You also have Kate Bishop. I realize not everybody's favorite Hawkeye. I don't mind her as much as everyone else seems to. But yeah, so they're kind of taking on an organized army of vampires here, and the vampires are just like Nazis. So we get Captain America, Hercules, Quicksilver fighting Nazi vampires. It looks like fun. The art is by Carlos Fabian Villa, who I'm not super familiar with. I believe he does the cover is somebody else. But yeah, I normally don't do the tie-ins for the big Marvel stories. There's just so many of them. But seeing as this one is actually written by the guy doing the main story,
yeah,
it's probably worth the investment a little bit more than like the Blood Hunter featuring Dagger or the Jubilee or the Wolverine. Yeah, so none of that. But yeah, $4, 28 pages. And I will be back to let you know how it goes. I like the variety of the team. I like seeing some of the more classic characters I haven't seen featured in the book recently. And I like Jed MacKay. I know you say he's kind of mid. I like the guy. It's not like we said, he's not offensive, and I think most of his stuff is pretty fun. So we'll see how it goes. I do like the Chris Bacalo cover that you just had up with Kate Bishop. I like that, the pose and the art. The cover A also is really cool. I love those types of covers where it's like the group shot against the hordes. That's weird because Vision's nowhere in the book, so it's misleading.
It's also weird that Vision's also black and white.
And red all over.
Only under its clothes. All right. So, since we're talking about this book, this is my number 3.
Hey!
Only because I realized this isn't the Mark Russell tie-in. At first, I wasn't getting it. I'm like, oh, is this the Mark Russell? I'm not going to get this. And I realized it's not Mark Russell. We have OG Captain America. Like you said, we do have Hercules in there. We do have Pietro, who's really wearing his weird 1960s colors instead of like, you think he just have like a normal suit now.
I don't mind it.
Yeah. I don't mind Kate Bishop being in here. Hazmat is kind of interesting because, like, I mean, throwing her in this is kind of like we're just throwing a regular X-Men into this. Are mutants into this other than Pietro? So, and honestly,
well, Hazmat's not a mutant though.
She's been in the actual X-Men stuff though.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Last I knew she was in Captain Marvel. She was showing up there.
I'm pretty sure she's a mutant.
No, I don't think so. She was in Avengers Academy. And there was like some.
Maybe you're right, but Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Okay. She is from. You're all right. Okay. I always thought that she was a mutant because she's always in those freaking like X-Men books. Sometimes she pops
Well,
in there.
there are a bunch of Avengers versus X-Men books. That, but yeah.
Well, regardless, though, honestly, you're bringing vampires. Jen McKay is known to actually bring callbacks to actual characters that no one else is actually knows. Proves that he actually reads the stuff. The other ones are just too ignorant to actually read comics back in the day. They're just there to basically they put their own signal, a virtue signal on the book. He's actually trying. You know, he may not be the best, um, but yeah. Honestly, so that's I'm looking forward to this. If I can get this,
He's a C student. He's a C student. But you know what? C's still a passing grade.
yeah. The Mark Russell's doing the and Danny Laura. They're doing the Hawkeye, Dracula, and the or no,
it's Hawkeye, Dagger, and I want to say Yelena. Or no, it's J. Jonah Jameson's son.
Manwolf. Yeah,
Manwolf. Thank you.
Who's doing the Dracula one? I just saw the Dracula one looks really like I was like, oh, it's great, and then I realized who the writer was, and I was just like, I'm done.
Who is doing the Dracula?
Probably
one?
Stephanie Phillips, probably.
Probably. Good bet. Here we go. Dracula Blood Hunt #1 is oh no, that's Danny Laura.
Oh, that's Danny Laura.
Yeah. And it features Blade. Oh, it's Blade's daughter. What's her name? Bloodline, Blood Oath.
Yeah.
Bloodline. Yeah.
So she's doing both stories.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeesh. Yeah. All right. Let's go to your number 3, sir.
My number 3. I already talked about it briefly. So I'll be a little bit more brief. But we're going over to Image, Ghost Machine, Geiger #2. That's right. He's higher up on my list because I like Jeff Johns.
Well, I like Jeff Johns too. I just don't like everything that Jeff Johns does.
I hear you. I'm just picking. Yeah, no, this is it's very different. It's not a normal superhero book. I do like it though. I like I could go without seeing his origin story a third time. I think hopefully we've put all that behind us. It's like Spider-Man movies. We don't need to see Uncle Ben die every time. We get it by the second time.
I want a compilation of Uncle Ben dying.
And a compilation of Bruce Wayne's parents getting mugged in Crime Alley.
Different angles.
Right, yeah. All different angles. Here the pearls drop. Here they don't. Yeah, so this is Geiger. I kind of find it fascinating. So he's been a loner for all this time, just him and the dog, him and Barney. And then we see in issue #1, he's trying to get rid of this guy that he's kind of like encouraged to be a good guy, or he's inspired to be a good guy. He's like trying to get rid of him. And then he comes around by the end of the issue and he's like, okay, I'll, mentor you or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of interested in that as a character. And as the story develops, we'll go from there. But yeah. Jeff Johns, Ghost Machine, I'm going to support them as best I can. I'm going to probably pick up everything they put out, at least the first 1 or 2 issues. But yeah, so far this has been really good. All of the different volumes. There was Geiger. There was the second one. I forgot what the second one was called, but it was also a Geiger-related story. And then this one. They've all been great. All been 10 out of 10. Gary Frank art, can't beat it. Yeah. Pick it up if you haven't already. And it's got go-go checks. I know some of y'all go nuts for the go-go checks.
See, I normally would have swapped Geiger out with the J.M. DeMatteis current Spider-Man book throwback. But like that one, the first issue kind of left a kind of salty taste in my mouth. Because it wasn't with the whole Harry's mom being alive. No. But, I mean, I love Spider-Man. I like music. I love it. I mean, but I'll not read Zeb Wells.
Zeb Wells actually wrote a Spider-Man run back in like the 2000s. Did you read Avenging the Spider-Man? That was also Zeb Wells.
The only one the only one I bought from that was the Captain Marvel.
The first appearance of the first.
I bought that back in because I knew it was gonna be like just gonna blow up.
That was smart. Good on you. I didn't buy it.
I sold it for like $80.
Oh man, you should have held on to that. You probably could have sold it for higher.
Yeah. Well, I sold it like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, done talking about this?
Done.
Alrighty. You're like, well, what could possibly be a number 2 on Vagrant's list? Because now I'm.
What could be? I have a few ideas.
Oh, really?
Well, I know what 2 or 1. I have one idea. I don't know what the other one could be.
Well, my number 2 for this week He's another tie in Doctor Strange.
Oh, that's right. You were reading Doctor Strange. I forgot about that one.
Picking up immediately after the shocking events of Blood Hunt #1, Strange Cleo must help the other heroes of Earth. What?
Spoiler right there in the synopsis. Anyone who's read Blood Hunt #1 sees
right?
the spoiler right there.
Must help the heroes of Earth fight against the vampire, but it's already too late for Sorcerer Supreme. Also, what up with his brother Victor, who's also a vampire, escaped the Mirrorverse?
Steven has a brother?
Yeah, Victor, who's a vampire.
The latest Marvel character to get a long-lost hidden sibling.
Well, it was about 3 issues ago they did this.
Oh.
Bats is trapped inside the mirror with the snakes.
No! Not Bats!
I know, right?
Save the boy!
Right, yeah, so I wonder how that's going to tie in. Do they even list his character? No, they don't. They just see it. But Blade's supposed to be in there. It's going to start off basically the event of what happened at the Blood Hunt. Blade's going to be there for 2 seconds.
I would hope he's in there. Kind of left some answers needed. Freaking Blade. No, I'm just kidding.
Or was it even really Blade? One of his brother posing as Blade using illusion.
Does Blade have a brother?
No.
Oh, you're talking about Steven. Oh, okay.
Steven's brother, yeah.
Strange. Oh, okay. So everybody's getting brothers.
That's like me, like, oh, here's all the hot girls. Then you don't have to be vampires. Make it kill.
Yeah. Vampires, mermaids, something like that.
Yeah. And there's the Ken Lashley black costume variant.
Ooh.
Where he has all the powers of the lanterns.
That's actually kind of cool looking.
Yeah. He's got the green, he's got the red, and he's got the orange. Purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of dope.
It's the color of the rainbows with black in the middle. But there's no brown.
Well, brown's not color of the rainbow.
Oh, it's part of the LGBTQ rainbow, right?
What color isn't these days? All right.
But honestly, though,
I'm
looking forward to this, and mainly because I think he's cooking with Blood Hunt, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of this. And man, he's had some great artists with him too. As Regina McKay, he's got, especially with the main books, he's got Pepper Roz on it too. Pepper Roz is currently working for Marvel. I was messaging him earlier on Twitter today, and I was talking, praising him on his art. I was asking him when he's going to work with Mark Millar. He's like, right now he's happy with Marvel, but he said in the future he wants to work with Mark Millar again.
Nice.
I know,
very
right?
Cool.
I was like, come back to
me
us.
up. Sign me up. I was watching the Brain. By the way, I did see the Mark Millar Garth Ennis interview, and I like how in the Mark Millar his interviews he does like this commercial for all of his upcoming books. So, I was like, okay, I need to get this, get this trade, this hardcover, da 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 da. So,
and also Pascal Ferry has been awesome on this art. I've been liking it.
Has he been the artist on Doctor Strange
for at least for a couple of issues? I don't think he's been all the way. I might be mistaken, but I know he's been. He's currently doing the art for this, and I think he did the one before this. Not
cool,
but don't quote me on that. But I said he's a great artist. Marvel's starting to get some good artists.
Okay.
They just need to have better writers. That's all.
Better than DC's artists. Looking at you, Harley Quinn. By the way. So we don't get sloppy here. We don't want to forget about our friend Undead Quinn in the chat. He's been putting in his books. His number 5 book this week was Energon Universe Special 2024, issue number 1. Did he remove it?
He moved it from his list.
Oh, okay.
Because he said he was going to. Ultimately, was just going to.
Oh no,
but I'll trade that. He says.
Yeah. So his number 4, or I guess it's number 5 now, is the number 14, cover B. Brett Bean. Is there a book called number 14 or 14? Mm-hmm. His number 4 is I Hate Fairyland. I know he's been getting that one for a while. I think that's a Scotty Young book, isn't it?
I do not know.
I think it's a Scotty Young book. I could be wrong. He's also getting his number 3 book this week was Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, issue number 6.
There he is.
Winnie the Pooh as Dexter. That's wild. Okay.
See, look at that Draco book. I was like, oh, it's great. And then I see it's Blade's daughter. I was like,
yeah, it looks like Draco Malfoy's dad from Harry Potter. Doesn't look like Dracula.
It looks like the Christopher Lee or the
Christopher Lee.
Or it's that elf, the main elf from Dragon. What's it called? Lord of the Rings.
It's not Legolas. That could be Thranduil.
No. Thranduil.
From the Hobbit, yeah, from the Hobbit movies.
The higher elf one, the one that was the leader of the elves clan, of the elves. Yeah,
you have to be a little bit more specific.
The one that played Liv Tyler's dad.
Oh, Hugo Weaving. Oh, okay. I don't see that, but yeah. Also, Elrond had brown hair.
There's also Giant Size X-Men coming out this week, but you won't like who's writing it. Here's Fairyland. That is Scotty.
It is Scotty Young.
Yep.
All right. Hey, what a coincidence! It's right next to another Scotty Young book that happens to be my number 2.
Whoa! It's Zod. It was Naked Zod.
Yikes. Joe Casey, come on, dude. What are you doing? Yeah, so I saw this one about a week ago, and I like Westerns. I like Scotty Young. I like supernatural stuff. So yeah, it's all 3. It's interesting to me. It kind of looks like we have the whole, what it reminds me of? Oh, what was that book where like the original one was great, and then the woman had the daughter, and the daughter was awful, and it was independent. It was like The Punisher, but with a woman. Jennifer Blood. Parts of it kind of look like Jennifer Blood. Like you can see she's got like a husband and a little kid at the bottom. It looks like that anyway.
I think it's Sojourn. That was the Ron Mars book that was through another company, independent company, where she was like she becomes like she's the hot blonde in the series. Yeah, and her husband and child are set afire in their building, so she seeks out to go against the evil wizard that's been come across the land that was freed. And like so, this kind of looks the same way. But we also seen what was the other one? Just with the girl, Justice Smallwood, or was it Justice Greenwood? It
was the superhero one.
Yeah, with the girl.
God dog it, what was it?
Breen would know it because we reviewed it. It was actually pretty good. The black.
Yeah, it was really good. It was real fun. For a revenge story. God, I'm blanking on it.
I know, right?
God, I hate it when that happens. I'm getting old, man. Anyway,
what's my name? Who are you people?
What is my name? Scotty Young. He did, if I'm not mistaken, I think he did some of the writing for Strange Academy, which was it was a good book. It was a little too immature for me. It was very Harry Pottery. But it was good. It had some heartfelt stuff to it. I think I think he can do both. It's very hard to find a creator who does both the art and the writing. I think he's capable of doing both really well.
I'm also sucker for vampire supernatural westerns.
Supernatural western stuff is a niche thing that I very much appreciate.
Yep.
I do also like Jorge Corona. This is the guy who has taken over the Transformers art after Daniel Warren Johnson went just to writing. This is the guy who's taken over the art duties for Transformers, and I really like his art style with Transformers. So if he keeps that level of talent going towards this, I think it'll be really fun. So that is why Ain't No Grave is my number 2 this week. I'm pretty sure we have the same number 1. Unless you have, I don't know. I don't know what your number 1. It could be something else.
Well, we already talked about this was my number 4. My number 1.
Well, do you need to count down your first?
I will. I'll be counting down.
Okay. Get snippy with me.
Calm down there, little britches.
No, you don't get to call me that outside of Monday. I won't call.
Wait, that's out of context. That sounds really bad.
I know. It does.
Only on Monday.
Go check out the readings if you need context. If you're not looking at our Disney Channel readings or Disney comic readings, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Check out the Tailspin. They're fun.
Yeah.
All right. Number 5 this week was Geiger number 2. Number 4 was Ain't No Grave number 1, which is a double-sized issue, 48 pages. Number 3 was Avengers number 14, the Blood Hunt tie-in. And number 2 was Doctor Strange number 15, the other Blood Hunt tie-in. And my number 1 for this week is Transformers number 8.
We do share.
I just can't not love this book. It's book. Like for me, it's like if G.I. Joe comes out as far as like as far as like you have Cobra Commander and if you had Duke and this come out at the same time on the 1 week, I would be so like, okay, what do I choose first? What's my number 1? Yeah. And there's a lot of covers for this. Let me.
In typical Transformers or
It's
typical.
it's Cho trying to load it up. Mike Lean's like, keep loading, keep loading, keep loading. There's so many books.
Golly day, you guys are taking the wrong lessons from Dynamite.
There it goes. Yeah.
From Marvel.
But look at all the covers, man.
It's a lot.
Well, here's the Jorge Corona, Mike Spicer cover.
Mike Spicer, nice.
Yes.
Yes, Undead Quinn, don't clip that. You are correct. Don't clip it. That is pretty.
Just let it all hang out.
That is hot. It's hot. There's fire. There's fire.
There. I said let it all hang out. That's hot. Yeah, I've been having fun with this, man. I'm looking forward to like more, just all this in general. There's
well, these are the retailer exclusives, huh?
I know. Top Shelf.
Tyler Kirkham. Wow.
Yeah, Virgin Variants is in Case Comics, Carnivore Comics.
Nice.
CBNS, Stronghold Collectibles, Big Time Collectibles. Yeah. Ethan Young with the face. It's kind of cool too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That one's really neat.
My only concern with this is that we're getting close to Hot Rodimus, Rodimus Prime, which I do not want. That's where Transformers shot himself in the nuts.
You don't like Hot Rod?
Optimus Prime or nothing at all, bro. I don't want Optimus Prime. We're gonna kill him off and have Judd Nelson, Rodimus Prime, take over.
I mean, I'm just saying they shot off arguably one of the most popular Autobots ever.
Bumblebee.
I don't. Yeah, well, spoilers.
I have not checked out the free preview. I'll be getting all my free comic book days. I'll be picking up tomorrow at both my shops. They held them for me.
This one.
So the only one I did read was Absolute Power. And I liked it. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it.
I didn't hate it, but I was kicking myself in the nuts on the way. I was like, I should have got the Marvel Ultimate one. My shop only let me get 4. They had a 4.
So I did read the Ultimate one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it was a letdown. It didn't really do much.
I am more invested in the Ultimate stuff going on. I mean, Absolute Power is good. The Dan Moore art is good.
I think they could. Okay. So I won't spoil it, but they do add someone to the roster for the Avengers Ultimates.
Nice. You're gonna have to tell me who offline.
I will.
I don't care about the spoiler.
Yeah, but it's a popular character.
I don't think it's Hawkeye. I saw something I wanted to ask. I wanted to at Denise Campbell and ask.
I'll just say he's pretty hot.
It's not the human. Oh, I know who it is now. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't need to ask. I don't need to ask.
Yeah. So anyway,
that's kind of cool though.
I'm looking forward to this, man. This issue is going to take place on Cybertron. Autobots, Decepticons, are fighting over there. I love they've been doing kind of the back and forth, especially if those who are watching or not watching, feels like I'm watching a show. No, the way it's written is wonderful. If you're following Transformers or following Void Rivals, they always Void Rivals like to cut away and like what's hearing over here now, and we'll get back over here. Transformers was doing that as well. They have flashbacks of what's going over at Cybertron or at current time, or not even flashbacks. They're just like they cut away. Like this is what's going on at Cybertron right now, and they brought in a lot of people. There's I've seen preview. I guess they're probably gonna bring in on Hot Rod and Rodimus Prime, whatever eventually.
Probably,
but that means Unicron. Are they gonna bring in Unicron? I hope that's not too soon. I want Megatron back to being like uber bad. I mean, because he's kind of been nerfed this whole entire time.
Well, he hasn't been nerfed. He's just been he's been sidelined.
Yeah,
he's been benched.
So it would be cool to see him teaming up with Mars. The Cobra stuff, which I think is going to happen. He's going to team up with Cobra.
Yes, Undead Quinn. Yes, yeah. I have.
So
glorious.
But anyway, I'm not going to ramble much on this. Obviously, this is your number 1. Count down your books.
Yes, of course. My number 5, one away from getting cut, is Shazam number 11. Then we go on to Avengers number 14. That's my number 3. We got Geiger number 2. No, Avengers number 14 is my number 4. I need coffee. Geiger number 2 is my number 3. Ain't No Grave, first issue, is my number 2 pick this week. And Transformers number 8. This is my number 1. Yeah. This has been great. This has been great. After Daniel Warren Johnson went off the art, it was a little bit not negative Nancy about it, but I was like, oh man, is this still gonna live up to the hype and everything of the first 6 or 7 issues? It does. It does. Jorge Horona's art style, it's good. And of course you still have Daniel Warren Johnson, the heart behind the storytelling. He's still there. I like what they're doing with a lot of stuff, not just even with the robots. They actually make the human characters interesting. A lot of times the humans, I think, are the weakest element in stories like this. But in this one, they're actually good. They actually add very important components and emotions to the story. I like seeing more of the war on Cybertron. They started to do that in the last issue. That's a lot of fun to see. Different characters, not necessarily the Autobots and Decepticons we see on Earth. These are different ones, it looks like. This has just been fantastic, though. As far as the Energon universe itself goes, I would say this is probably my second favorite out of all of them. Duke was my number 1. But this has just been dynamite. I can't wait to see this go further and how it unfolds and leads into other stuff. I can't wait to see. So it is my number 1. You should be reading this. And if you're not, shame on you. Shame.
For shame.
5 shames. Not just 4.
All right.
5 shames.
Let's go over here to see what's coming out for trades.
Look, if it's not your favorite duck.
Foul play. There's even a signed variant hardcover.
For only $15 more.
Yeah. $25 or $40.
Rubber ducky, you're the one. There's a lot of ducks.
And then we have, looks like we got some gay manga. Donnie Press, thank you. Didn't see that. Karate Prom with horrible art. Kyle Starks. 2000. Now, see, I love this. Did this. The problem with the 2000 AD, it's all black and white. They tease you with these colored covers, and then you go to the interior, it's just like it's black and white.
That is a problem.
I love the fact that it's more mature readers, but I mean, like, I want color art, man.
Yeah. Fair. I know nothing else. Where's the big stuff? Where's the Marvel stuff?
This is it, man.
No, that can't be right.
There is. That's it. That's all there is. There's no Marvel stuff or DC.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, sir. I will know it.
Hit trade paperback. Ha! See? I knew there was more.
Yeah. Yeah, we got
a lot of Transformers. Holy cow! They're doing covers with the trades now. Oh my gosh! They won't stop.
I mean, that's awesome. I like this the best.
Hey, that Nightwing compendium though. Yeah. That can't be Tom Taylor. I think that's got to be Chuck or.
Well, this is
Scott McDaniel.
Night and Bloody. Yeah. It is. Look, but I'm in Chainsaw Man number 15 is coming out.
Nice. You got some manga in there now. Good for you.
Well, that's because I didn't filter it out. Okay. Scott McDaniel and Carl Story.
Nice.
Collects the 90s.
90s Nightwing. Very cool.
And the 1 million.
Right on. Some Green Arrow in there. Nightwing and Huntress.
Yep, 1 through 4 miniseries.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah. Robin 55, Detective Comics 723 through 725. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep. Wizard Presents 1 Nightwing and a half. So I mean, if you like 90s Dick, there you go. Someone say that's the best Dick.
Maybe.
Miracle Man. Thanks. Probably the only good part about Captain America's Richard Zinsky is that first arc.
That first arc was all right. I didn't even know the Contest of Chaos thing came and went. Way to advertise there, Marvel. I was somewhat interested in that.
What is that?
Daredevil Black Armor.
Yeah,
What
that's a callback or something, I think. But yeah, that's
Oh,
something else.
okay. Yeah.
That's current, I think.
That looks like 90s Daredevil. Agatha Harkness wants a new Darkhold, and
Well,
it's like all these.
this is last year's event. That's what it
This
is.
is yeah, but that's the thing is, I didn't even know it came and went. I thought I didn't read anything about it. It is
Well,
obviously looking at the costumes. It is obviously from last
there's a
year.
reason why you didn't know about it because Stephanie Phillips attached to it.
Stephanie Phillips was hey,
Alyssa
but
Wong
so is Jed McKay though.
and Alyssa Wong.
Yeah, and Alyssa Long. Yeah.
It's a cool. They draw you into the Bronny Itch heart, and then he goes in. It's like, oh, that's what it is.
Yeah. So never mind, folks. Y'all can pass this.
I
Y'all
mean,
can.
that's a cool lineup. I like that.
Yeah. It's not terrible.
But then when you see
Maybe
who's
it
writing
is.
it, like Jed McKay's okay, but I mean, like he might have the best part in the whole entire book, and then you have Alyssa
Probably.
Wong and Stephanie Phillips bringing it down.
Yeah.
And
That's
honestly, that's what's doing on Blood Hunt. Putting Mark Russell or Stephanie Phillips or anybody else, in there, Danny Lore, it's gonna ruin it. This might be the one from last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought that they did a sequel.
Steve Orlando, I think.
Was it Steve? Oh no, this is DJ Chichester.
So is this the 90s?
Scroll down. It'll tell you. Oh yeah. Hang on. Scroll down. They should tell you where they list the.
No,
there it is. No, this is okay. It is recent. I was gonna say I don't recognize that writer.
Man's in it.
Mr. Hyde, Mole Man, Hobgoblin. Daredevil's just taking villains from everybody else. It's like he doesn't have Bullseye or Kingpin anymore.
Including Foggy Nelson.
He's taking Captain America, the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, and Wolverine. He's taking all their bad guys. That's funny.
It looks Gunslinger
Spawn.
I mean, the Captain Marvel book looks okay. The new costume stuff and then you realize it's just so long.
Yeah. Who is the Red Hulk? Could be cool though. I remember that was a big thing when I was getting into Marvel. Was the Red Hulk first appearances and everything. I think that was Ed McGuinness doing the art. I don't remember who was writing. But
there were loads.
It's the internet service is like, Venkman, what are you doing? There's a tornado. Why are you looking at Red Hulk?
There you go.
Yeah, Hulk 1 through 12.
Adams, Frank Cho, and Trippy.
Okay.
Yep.
Jeff Loeb did some good Hulk writing. Yeah, Frank Cho. Frank Cho. Especially if She-Hulk and Valkyrie are in there. And you got Frank Cho drawing them.
Who's the Adams? That's what I want to know. They listed the Adams on there.
Adams.
On the cover here. Adams, Cho, Trippy.
It can't be Jeremy.
Right, you imagine it was. This was
I never knew. Goes out and buy like 20 of them. Yeah, but that could be fun though. I mean, for $50, I guess is what the trade is.
Hulk, emo Hulk, Red Hulk, Blue Hulk,
no,
Hulk.
That's just the most recent thing the Hulk looks like. That's not what he looked like at the time.
Yeah, Maria Hill, I remember her.
Yeah, remember Maria Hill back when she was alive?
Steelworks, nobody cares for that. That's probably the one from last year.
Yeah. For a second, I got excited. I was like, maybe that's John Henry Steele.
Can you imagine if it was original 90s Steel?
That's what I was thinking, yeah. 52, that's the entire 52 series after Infinite Crisis.
Here's your Battle World.
That was a good read. Battle World, that was a great story. If you like the original Marvel Secret Wars, this is a nice little...
I don't know who's doing Singularity.
I feel like I know who the writer is, but I can't remember. I'm having a senior day.
Bendis.
No, it's not Bendis.
Matt Groom. Oh,
Matt Groom and Bear McCreary. No, I guess I don't know who that guy is.
Blue Lights Can't Stop Being Reborn. He tumbles from life to life, from one unthinkably strange universe next. The only constant that is that one way or another, everything that he learns to love is also lost. But when Blue Eyes, wow, this sounds like you're just basically having what's his
Frank
name?
Sinatra.
No, I was thinking the other guy, Bright Eyes, Charlton Heston. Yeah. Oh, it's based off a first ever concept album called Singularity. That's what it's supposed to be. Art to an actual song. Oh,
Interesting.
eh.
Okay. Well, if that's your cup of tea, have at it.
Dude,
There's
I'm
your
gonna tell you right
Duckwing
now.
Duck. There's your
Darkwing Duck,
turtles.
Turtles has been fun. If you were a fan of the original Turtles from the cartoon stuff, you grew up when watching in the late 80s, early 90s. This is what you should be watching or reading. It is just the same humor. These are the guys who worked on the IDW Ghostbusters. This is probably the best comic book coming out at IDW.
I don't think it's a very high bar, but I think you are right.
Dude, it is high bar. I will read this over Jed McKay. It's just
I'm
that
talking about out of all the IDW books that are coming out.
well, I mean, this is the only book. That's the only good book coming out.
Exactly. Also, Pet Avengers. I had to say it before you scroll down. Pet Avengers Assemble.
Throg. Yeah.
Throg, Lockheed, Red Wing, Lockjaw, and Streaky. No, that's not Streaky.
I know, right?
What was Speedball's cat? It was something. Speedball's cat. I know that.
Speedy? I don't know.
No, it wasn't Speedy. I'm gonna look it up now. Doggone it! I should know this too.
Drunky?
Drunky? Why would it be Drunky?
It looks like he's got alcohol bubbles.
Speedball's cat, Niles. Niles. Okay, yeah. His name is Niles.
And then we get to Sirens of the City, some Boop Studios. That's by Joanne Stair. Tears Apart. More Darkwing Duck.
Fire Force. They're doing omnibuses for the
Forge of Destiny, Dark Horse.
Masters of the Universe.
Governors of the Universe, Forge of Destiny.
Oh, sorry, I forgot the joke.
Zach Clover. Right.
Ha ha!
Zach Hammer. Yeah.
Corgi.
And then there is another version of the Turtles. I don't know why.
Judge Dredd too.
Yep. Betty Page.
Va-va-boom.
Attaboy. What?
The Army of Darkness versus the Reanimator.
It was okay. Better than the current one. Just Forever, what it is. That book sucks. Hellsing. If you've never read that series, Hellsing, it is a story of Alucard, basically in the service of one of the last Van Helsing family, and just basically teams up with the police girl who ends up becoming like his sire. And he just it is an awesome anime. And then he's got these like other army basically of villains, and plus he's got this religious priest that's trying to slay him. It's fun. Lady Hell it was mediocre. What? I'm gonna skip over that. 7 Seas. It's getting a little weird here. Plain Jane and the Mermaid.
Now we get to the part of this in the page where it's either manga or Tumblr art
or porn.
That could apply to both.
I mean, that looks like Gail Simone with a crazy mermaid and a seal going after her.
Yikes!
Yeah, some weird manga stuff.
Yeah,
we do this to try and bait Tehillium coming in and watching us again. Yeah, some weird stuff.
I don't read any of these. We had Fire Force, and I saw Drifting Dragons. Those are the only two that ring a bell.
Yeah, Once Upon a Crime. I'm not sure that.
I'm not in none of these. Look,
Francine Pascal's Sweet Valley Twins. Most related to Pedro. All right, that's it. That is it for trades. Transformers, DuckTales, or sorry, not DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, and then Fire Force for manga. Yeah, really storming Little Lightning out by me right now. So, alrighty, so we're probably gonna wrap it up right here.
Probably a good
So
idea.
I can go say hello to the tornado and the thunderstorm. We have a severe thunderstorm, but you never know. We had one actually touch down 40 minutes west of me
Oh wow.
in Jefferson County. Someone actually saw the funnel and touchdown. So,
Might want to get down to your basement.
the good thing is I have my Mountain Dew and I have my beef jerky, so I'll survive this.
That's all he needs is his Mountain Dew and his jerky.
I mean, all my comic books, I'm screwed if there's another fire. I thought about that. I was like, I have like all one spot. It's like the worst part is like people are like, where do you keep your valuable stuff? Well, in a storage unit. Then a storage unit comes to fire. You're not there to witness it. Stop it.
Right.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Anything I buy, I try to buy cheaper stuff so it's not really too expensive because
it's a pretty good policy to have.
The more expensive stuff I can just read online.
That's true. Click print. Click save print. Right.
Wow. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun tonight. Hope you're laying chunk tonight as well. If you want to support the channel, you can do it two ways. We do accept super chats on here. If you want to insult Zach for $2.99 or $1.99.
$2. That's cheap.
Wow.
$4.99 or nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
$1.99 super chats. We'll read them live. You can actually get your voice in here too. Not to mean that we won't read your other chats in here too, but definitely the way to get noticed is super chats as well.
It also helps support the channel.
But so if you also want to help support the channel, you can become a member over on Ko-Fi. Go to ko-fi.com/puppeteen. You can either just be a supporter, donate if you want to $1 or so to help. Basically this page goes to our StreamYard, goes towards Marania's basically her court dates because she keeps threatening us with knives. We will sue, or one of us will get murdered. Either way.
That must be you. She hasn't said anything like that to me.
If you watch the reading, she's always got she pulls a knife out on screen. I'm surprised YouTube hasn't struck us. Either way, though. No, seriously though, if you do donate $1, whether it's through super chats or if it's through, Ko-Fi, basically let us know who your name and number, or not your phone number, but your name. Your name,
so we can call you and thank you personally.
I'm so used to working retail. We always take
name, number.
So if you leave your YouTube name and the book you want us to read, check out for the readings. We'll check it out.
That's right.
Also, if you haven't done so, please check out the Extreme Movie Show. Just did a cool stuff over there. Marania, thank you. We do acknowledge you. You have a lot of information on here as well. But if you could drop the link for Extreme Movie Show, go check that out. Rob and I have been over there just revealing some martial arts films, old kung fu stuff. We just did Enter the Dragon. We did Tiger Cage before that. Did some Jackie Chan films, Sammo Hung films as well too. If you're into that, also Professor Pixel and Rob as well as LK, another friend of ours, has been revealing Columbo season 1. So. They need the watch time over there. If you guys can help them out, it'd be really cool. Thank you very much. And as always, thank you for being here. We like you guys.
I thought we were saying stay extreme because we were talking about the Extreme Movie Channel.
Yes. check out this channel. Sub them up. Give them some love. If anything, give them some watch time. Go watch. I organize everything on that channel so you can at least go by playlists.
He's very proud of it, y'all. Go and validate Vinkman's hard work.
You know what, Damron? I should be proud for doing this stuff. Because I'm proud that I'm able to organize things and make it so people can actually watch them with ease and have to search for things.
You are a god among men, sir.
I hate going into like Netflix and trying to find something and it's auto whack. I like organization.
But be sure to come back on Thursday night starting at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. Or do I have that backwards? I think it might be. Yeah, no, it's 9 o'clock Eastern, where we will be talking about all of the books that we picked up, some of the books we talked about tonight. Plus, I will actually have a trailer full of back issues because my free comic book day had $1 back issue sale.
Yeah, I'll have my free comic book day plus this week's in my top. List.
Like I've got. I won't show you, but I will show you the girth of the stack. Like And this
Thanks,
isn't half of it. There's more, but that's the little tease that y'all get.
It's 4 words I never want to hear from you again. Show you my girth.
Yeah, I will never use that word again. That's just the one that just seemed to fit the situation. Okay, I'm
subscribe.
done.
Subscribe. Thank you.
Don't unsubscribe from that for the last 5 seconds. Just hit like and good night.